Tonight, a triumphant return by Ryan Schultz gave the Wolfpack an early lead. Then, Delson Heleno evened the score for the Pitbulls. Tied up at 1 apiece, the Wolfpack's Gerald Harris is fired up for Pitbull Fabio Leopoldo.
I love slamming people. I just like picking people way up in the air and taking them down hard as I can. And the crowd like stands up and goes, you know. I've never lost before. I've knocked everybody out or they verbally tap.
Gerald's life in Tulsa, Oklahoma has been more dramatic than any fight he's ever had in the ring.
We actually lived in the projects for a while. We stayed in like one of the worst neighborhoods you could live in. A lot of gang violence. I've seen a lot of people. I've been to a lot of funerals. Growing up around so many negative things gave me a positive outlook on life because I didn't want to be a part of it. You know, I had family members going to jail. I had family members that was on drugs. I've seen it all. I've seen people get killed in person. I've seen people get shot, stabbed, robbed, everything. And for my personality, people can't tell that they think I'm a happy person. I like to laugh. I do, but I've been through so many hard times, you know.
Harris can look adversity in the eye. Just don't show him any...
Snakes. Snakes. I hate snakes. Don't tell nobody, though.
But tonight, Gerald Harris may feel like he's in the ring with a boa constrictor.
I'm Fabio Leopoldo, and I fight for the Pitbulls. Everything I do in my life, I try to do hard. I want to submission a lot of our guys.
Trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
I'm 3-time world champion of Jiu-Jitsu, 2-time Brazilian champion.
Fabio Leopoldo!
I know my opponent, if he want to stand up, I want to go to the ground. If he want to stay in the ground, I'm going to stand up.
Gerald Harris is an undefeated fighter who loves to slam people to the ground really hard and then go for a ground and pound.
Leopoldo can work him over literally from head to toe.
Whoa, there we go with the slam. Here we go. So he needs to keep that guard. He needs to go for guillotine. He is very smart. Oh, and he slams him down.
Gerald Harris, you heard him say you have to Google him, try to find out who he is. They have great respect for him, though, in the Pitbull's corner. They know about his strong wrestling experience.
Yeah, but Leopoldo said it himself. That's where I feel most comfortable. There he goes, armbar attempt, you know. He already locked that left arm up of Gerald Harris. He better bring his head all the way forward so that Leopoldo cannot hook his leg in front of his head because that would give him an armbar triangle choke. Oh, yeah. Gerald Harris got a good defense, though. He's got the right hand in, but still, he can pull it off. Now he's got to pull the head. Oh, yes, he could pull this off here if he's going to pull the head. This might be a very short fight.
Leopoldo working hard here in the early going on Gerald Harris.
Like I said, Gerald Harris has his right hand in between, underneath his jaw. That right now saves him.
Harris using all of his skills in the early going here against Leopoldo.
He needs to keep that hand there. Yes, see? Leopoldo put the foot behind his neck. This could be the end, I'm telling you. He's just waiting. Referee.
Dan Mergliotta moving them away from the ropes.
And you know what? Gerald Harris has to watch out because if he's going to pull out, he sets himself up with a straight armbar on his left arm. See? Leopoldo's already skipping his hips a little bit because, you know, the hand is in there. And like I said, he cannot really pull it off.
Leopoldo with so many weapons. You want the triangle, you want the arm bar. What do you need from this man who's a 3-time world champion in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? 3 times world champion, we'll repeat it.
Oh, he's out. Nice up kick there. Right now, kicks to the face are allowed from Leopoldo, that is. As soon as Gerald Harris will put one knee on the ground, it's not allowed. Not
Harris, smooth here. Look at Harris. Harris is throwing some leather.
Yeah, ground and pound. That's his bread and butter, he said, and he's showing it.
Harris able to get about 4 or 5 punches in there that appeared to have landed. But Leopoldo, with the welt, it looks like over his right eye at this stage. And he did a lot of work here in the early going.
Yes.
Leopoldo did.
Leopoldo did, and that triangle choke that he put on, you know, he's squeezing the whole time with his legs. And that pumps your legs up full of blood. Like that said, that's not good. But you know what? When he was fighting Ryan McGivern, he had the guillotine choke and he wasted a lot of energy. And I also said, you know, he's going to run empty.
I just don't see any way that, you know, he's going to be able to beat me today. He may come out, you know, try to put pressure on me, and I'm in good shape, so I'm not really worried about it.
He thinks nothing of going the distance. Kevin Jackson, the interim coach of the Wolfpack.
Oh, big slam.
Harris slams it. Harris slams Leopoldo. Harris is turning the momentum around.
He's doing what he's saying he would do. Leopoldo looking for a guillotine here. Makes Harris think the whole time that make one mistake, buddy. I'm going to submit you. He's going to lock up that arm, that left arm. He's going to keep it locked. He's going to cross-face or go for a choke now. That's what I would do. Nope, he lets the arm go.
Leopoldo now down to 10 seconds to go here in this first round.
Good shots here to the body.
Gets a couple.
Oh, he's got an anaconda coming here. Guillotine. Oh, guillotine, sir.
Time runs out. Leopoldo gives it an effort. Harris hangs in. Let's go to the action for that first round between Gerald Harris in the blue and Fabio Leopoldo in the red.
Great flurry there. Whoop. And now, let's see the big slam. Whee! Here comes the boom down.
Gerald Harris making his IFL debut here for the Wolfpack. Fabio Leopoldo. He has yet to lose in the International Fight League, 2-0. Round 2. Scheduled for 3 4-minute rounds.
He's dancing around now, and that kick that told me that his legs are shut from that triangle choke. You see he's a little bit wobbly on his legs.
And shooting in is Harris. He has that wrestling background, and he gets the takedown.
He's got good takedowns.
Safe spots, watch your left arm.
Leopoldo's got to go to work right now.
Watch your left arm. Same triangle, you get a knee in the butt posture. Start getting your head
But you
up,
know,
Gerald.
it's very difficult to pull off an armbar if somebody's punching your face.
That's got an MMA 101, isn't it?
Oh, you see there? There's an attack with knee bar. He's going for a knee bar.
For the knee bar.
Yeah.
He's still hold fight by knee bar.
He has to bring one leg in between Harris's legs. Otherwise, he can't pull it up, but there's still a toe hold. No, he's out. And attacks again. This could be it. No, absolutely not. I'm seeing the wrong angle here. The leg is not in between.
But that shows you about Leopoldo. We talked about it. Head to toe. You have to watch him everywhere.
Everywhere. He's the first Brazilian fighter that I see going for a lot of leg locks.
On your feet. On your feet, Gerald, there. Posture. Knee in the butt. Posture. Knee in the butt. Gerald, I want you to...
Harris and Leopoldo continue to battle on here. Let's go to the corner of the pit bulls. Standing by with Eric Owings is Stephen Quadros. Stephen.
Thanks, Kenny. I'm here with the lightweight for the Pitbulls, Eric Owings, who's out on an injury. Eric, what happened with the injury?
I hurt my elbow when I was training. Got some bone fragments in there. I might have to remove them. I'm going to actually get the MRI result back on Monday. So I'm just waiting to see exactly what they're going to do. If they're going to do surgery or just physical therapy.
Now, your replacement, Joe Sampieri, lost the decision to Ryan Schultz. Was it frustrating for you to watch that match knowing what you might have been able to do?
You know, I mean, the thing is, injuries are going to happen. This is going to happen. That's why you have the alternates. But, you know, I was really proud of Joe watching him fight. I wasn't frustrated. I mean, I think for stepping in on short notice and doing what he did, I thought he fought a great fight. I mean, for his back on per debut, that was a great fight.
Eric, I noticed these Wolfpack guys are really good at defending submissions. Do you have to make adjustments to counter that?
Yeah, you do. I think you have to really you have to plan for that because it's also the time, you know, that you have the wrestler against you a lot of times. If you're not very active, they're going to stand you back up. These guys they're strong. When the guy goes up in the triangle, jiu-jitsu, it took him a while, but now he's got it. He's looking in the triangle right now. It just takes a while to get the guy to move. You have to get him to open up and try to start hitting you. So you take a few shots, but that's what it gives you the opportunity for the submission.
1 minute.
Eric, thanks a lot, and heal up fast. Back to you, Kenny and Boss.
All right, thank you, Stephen. As you see Leopoldo trying to work on that triangle, and Harris gets out.
Gerald, listen to me, man.
Steven said it. Those guys, man, they have real good submission defense.
Up now. Now.
Wow. I thought he was going to get it.
And I would guess with Matt Lindland, who of course not here tonight because he himself is fighting, and Dennis Hallman and that
triangle attempt
corner,
again.
they have worked very hard because they know that's what they expect from the Brazilian fighters.
Yep.
They worked very hard on the defense.
Escape again. And with ease.
So Gerald Harris continues to fight on here. As you take a look at Olympic gold medalist Kevin Jackson, he is the interim coach in the absence tonight of Matt Lindland, the silver medalist in the Sydney Games.
Ooh, hard body shot. You see what I mean?
Good
they
body
line
shot.
Up perfect. Body shots, very effective.
And you look at the right eye now of Leopoldo. Even redder and more swelling. There's been some punches landed there by Harris. He got a couple of those hammers in close quarters as round 2 comes to an end.
Round 3 is next. Still to come, the Wolfpack's Matt Horwich anxiously awaits his rematch with Pitbull Jamal Patterson. And he'll fight without Matt Lindland in his corner.
Glad he's in Russia following his dreams, but my biggest coach, God and Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit, are here with me in my heart.
And later, their fight is over, but the war rages on.
The Gracie's brand the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu name, so they can sell videotapes.
Honestly, I would like to beat him up again to have the job done.
You're watching IFL Battleground.
Fight! Fight! Fight!
Tonight you are watching highly trained professionals competing in a very controlled environment.
Do not try these moves at home. If you're interested in mixed martial arts fighting, contact a professional or a certified instructor.
Very important, and never use your martial arts skills to settle a dispute. Fighting is a sport. It's not a way to solve a problem, right?
Right.
Right.
Deadlocked at 1 win each, the Portland Wolfpack's Gerald Harris and the New York Pitbull's Fabio Leopoldo fight to put their team on top.
Leopoldo has taken punches more than we have seen in International Fight League action.
But you know what? He's been in situations like this before. Again, against Ryan McGivern, I think he was also behind. And look at here, Harris right away jumps in. Very smart, because he knows that if he's going to pull off this round, he's going to win the fight. Now, Leopoldo, man, he can come back. You got to watch every second.
Harris quick to the draw, but again, you can't say it enough with Leopoldo as he gets that up kick.
Yeah, and it's legal.
I mean, Leopoldo has so many dimensions to his game.
I thought he fell there right in the triangle, but he didn't. Skips his hips out to the front, armbar, and he should catch the head with his right foot. No, Horace could be in trouble.
Leopoldo, can he pull this one off?
No, it looks like he's just slipped out. His elbow just slipped out. Yeah, he's out. Whoa. And again, this costs a lot of power for Fabiano. Your whole body needs to work. Your back, your arms, everything. Pump the blood in there.
Well, Gerald Harris out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, he's one of 9 children. He said he learned about fighting early just growing up. And he's also a high school history teacher, and he loves his history, so he certainly knows about the great Gracie family and the strong jiu-jitsu fighters in the Pitbull's corner.
Yep, and he learns from his mistakes. Knowing history. Almost looked like he had a crucifix there, but he didn't. That would be very strange. Oh, all right, uppercut. Didn't really connect. 2.5 minutes. Oh, the takedowns get a little bit more sloppy now. But you know what? On the feet, ooh, both of them are tired.
Both are running almost on fumes at this stage in these last 2 minutes, 10 seconds of this fight. Leopoldo in the early going, though, very active. I think he won the first round. I think Harris won the second round.
Yeah, but he had a... Ooh, dodge was a cross punch. Right on the butt.
Him down, yes, he did. Leopoldo going to the ground quickly. I wasn't sure if that landed hard enough to knock him down.
No, and when he went down, he went right away for a submission again. And that's what I mean. Don't count him out. Although he might be behind on points, he knows it. He needs the submission right now.
Leopoldo's such a smart fighter. He wasn't going to stand up and give Harris any more chances there. Let's get it on the ground again.
Armbar attempt again. Yeah, oh no, it's already almost out. Yep, he pulls it out.
Spins away again. Another escape from Harris.
Triangle attempt. 1 minute, 20 seconds. And out again.
And Harris gets away from that again. Harris has to be impressing the judges with his escape maneuvers.
With his escape maneuvers, but you also have to count the attacks the whole time. I think Leopoldo also should be awarded for all those attempts he does. Then again, Gerald Harris is to be awarded for escaping those things. So right now in my book, I would say that Harris is ahead on points. 53 seconds. He's going for a guillotine. Fabio Leopoldo is trying, and he needs one.
We've seen the arm bar attempt. We've seen the triangle. We've seen knee bar attempt. About everything from Leopoldo, and Harris has been able to dodge them all.
Every one of them out. Boom. 30 seconds.
Well, this is an impressive IFL debut for Gerald Harris.
If Leopoldo cannot pull this one off, he might lose this fight.
This one is going to be a tough one to decide, and trying to impress the judges with one more flurry is Harris. Got a couple of those in.
He said, nobody knows me. Look, the knee bar.
Look, he's going for the knee bar, but time's going to run out.
Harris said, nobody knows me, but they definitely know him now. Be prepared for whatever.
Backstage is Wolfpack heavyweight Devin Cole. You see right there. We'll see him later.
We have a split decision. Judge Jeff Mullins scores the bout 30-27 Harris. Judge Cecil Peoples scores the bout 29-28 Leopoldo. And Judge Kevin Mulhall scores the bout 29-28 for your winner, Fabio Leopoldo.
Well, it was all the submission attempts that he did.
I gave it all I had, you know. I did everything I said I was going to do. I slammed him.
Here comes the boom down.
Struck him when I wanted to.
Harris is throwing some leather.
Yep,
I even dominated on our feet.
oh, big slam.
I wanted to go fourth round. I was like, let's go another one. You know what I'm saying? I was ready.
I'm surprised I won.
Fabio Leopoldo!
I believe in jiu-jitsu. In my game, for sure, I win.
No, oh, this could be in trouble.
Leopoldo, can he pull this one off?
No, it looks like he's just slipped out.
All time, I try submission.
I mean, he caught me. That's his game. Okay, my game is to slam you on your head. Your game is to give me the submission.
It was tough. I win. Good for me.